Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today I'm going to be explaining what Fabio Paratici's role at Tottenham Hotspur exactly is and what he can bring to the club. To start with some background information, Fabio Paratici is basically a managing director slash chief of football officer. He is Italian. He was a player at one point, not very successful. Third and fourth divisions of football Italian football is where he played. He retired in 2004, and shortly after that, in 2004, was hired by Sampdoria as the head of scouting slash the chief observer, where he stayed for about 5 to 6 years. He did leave in 2010 and went to Juventus, where he had arguably his most successful reign. He was hired as a director of football and mainly oversaw the players going in and out of the club. So he picked up a lot of players. He did a lot of excellent signings. At Juventus, he signed the likes of Sami Khedira, Aaron Ramsey, Emre Can, and Adrien Rabiot on frees. But he's also been able to get Cristiano Ronaldo, and he was able to also sign Paul Pogba to Juventus, and many, many more names who really helped Juventus get their title. Not just one title, but almost 10. That whole list of titles from 2010 to 2020. And now he's at Tottenham as basically the same role, which is the director of football. But exactly what is he going to do at Tottenham? Because we know that Daniel Levy loves to take reign of all the footballing things. He loves to be in control of everything. Doesn't really like to give it off to people. Obviously, we know that Tottenham have Steve Hitchen, they used to have Steve Hitchen, but he didn't really... he brought in some good players a long time ago, and recently it hasn't been great. A lot of overpricedness. I don't think Tanguy and Ndombele should have been 60 million. Giovanni Lo Celso also somewhat expensive, but hopefully Fabio Paratici can get something new here. Here at the club, he's actually made some big marks. He's already signed and appointed Nuno Espirito Santo, so that's the first mark. Daniel Levy, in past times, Daniel Levy would have been in charge of that, signing the manager, but he's basically giving all of his footballing, his roles that relate to the squad and the football side of things to Fabio Paratici. So he did sign Nuno, but we haven't made any confirmed signings yet. But what we do know about Fabio Paratici is he loves to work on multiple signings at a time. So in the news recently, the Italian journalist and Sky Sports reporter Fabrizio Romano has reported that we've been after goalkeeper Pierluigi Golini. He is from Italy. I believe he plays for Atalanta. We're also going after Brian Gill. He plays for Sevilla. He's a winger. And we're also in the race for Christian Romero, center back for Atalanta. But that just shows that instead of gradually progressing, Fabio Paratici loves to work on lots of deals at the same time. And he's been able to strike some good deals as well. We do know that we have wrapped up most of the terms for Pierluigi Golini, the goalkeeper from Atalanta. He's on a 1-year loan with the option to buy him for 15 million and the option to extend his loan as well. This is a really good signing in my opinion from Fabio Paratici. It demonstrates his ability to scout out really good young players that could really improve our squad. And then we've also got Brian Gill on the way. I don't know how you pronounce it. Another very young, exciting prospect, this time from Spain. One of the negatives of Fabio Paratici's scouting and signing terms is that he loves to go for a lot of Italian players, which isn't bad, but especially considering that Tottenham are located in England, and we do have a homegrown quota and a overseas quota. It's at times better for Tottenham to have more English prospects, but hopefully he will adjust to that, seeing that now this is the first time he's actually going abroad from Italy. Another thing he has already proven really good at Tottenham is that he's able to get a lot of our deadwood out. Deadwood being players that are kind of just like, they're not performing for us anymore, and they're basically just taking up a place in the squad, and B, money on the wage contract. So, Fabio Paratici has already made the move to put a lot of our players like Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, Musa Sissoko, Harry Winks, Eric Lamela, all those players he's put on the transfer list and gotten ready to sell because he wants to make changes, which really we haven't seen from anyone else. Daniel Levy didn't do that, probably because he wanted to keep the wages low. But this is really good from Paratici. We've already basically got Eric Lamela out the door after 8 years at the club, 8 primarily unsuccessful years. He will be included in a swap deal for Brian Joe. But this just shows Fabio Paratici's work ethic and how ready he is to sell and buy players compared to previous directors that we have, like Steve Hitchin and Daniel Levy when he took over the signing and footballing side of it. So in the end, all in all, really, Fabio Paratici seems like the right guy that we needed. The guy that we've needed for almost 5 years since our last director of football left. He seems like the one who can really transform our squad, find the new prospects, finds who we need, and help us really progress towards that trophy that we've been needing for almost 13 years. I'm glad that Daniel Levy finally saw that he needs to step away from the footballing side, but I wish he had done this earlier, because imagine Pochettino with Fabio Paratici. He would have been flying with the prospects that Paratici can find, or even Jose Mourinho. They would have worked excellently well together, but now we do have him now, and we've got a great manager in Nuno, and hopefully we can really challenge for a trophy or two, namely, preferably the Carabao Cup or FA Cup this season. But that is it from us. I'm really happy with getting Fabio Paratici and the work that he's done at Tottenham. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. But until next time, come on you Spurs!